Welcome to Pouches and More, and today we'll prepare this reusable fabric gift bag. For this we require 2 pieces of main fabric, 2 pieces of foam, we'll be using this as a quilting, and 2 pieces of paper fusing. This is fusible on both the sides, that is it has adhesive on both the sides, and all 3 of them measure 11.5 by 11.5 inches. 2 pieces of lining fabric also measuring 11.5 by 11.5 inches. 2 straps measuring 11 inches long and 1 inch thick. 2 ribbons, this also measures 11 inch long and 1 inch thick. These are all the materials required. The materials required for the green gift bag are on the screen, and the making will be exactly like the red one that we will be doing now. So first we'll be quilting the fabrics together, and for that we'll be placing this foam first. Next we'll be placing this fusing. This is fusible on both the sides, that is it has adhesive on both the sides. So we'll be placing it right in the center, and on this we will place our fabric. So here we will be ironing this together. So the adhesive that we have put right in the center, adhesive paper that we have put in the center, due to the heat it will stick on the foam as well as on the fabric. So we have put the adhesive sheet right in between. So we are going to iron this, and the same thing we'll be doing on the other piece also. So we have placed it similarly, that is first fabric, then the adhesive paper, and then the foam. So we're just going to iron this together. Once we iron, this is how it will be looking. They are stuck together. We'll have to make a center marking now for attaching the ribbon and the straps. So for that we're just going to fold this fabric. We'll be getting a center mark over here. This will be our center mark. On either side of the center we'll be making a 2-inch mark. This is for the straps. So on either side of the center we'll be making a 2-inch mark. Now on the center we'll first place the ribbon. The shining side will be facing down, that is it will be on the right side itself. On the other, that is a 2-inch mark, we'll be putting our straps. It will be on the outer side of the 2-inch. So this is how we will be placing. See that the strap does not turn and it's absolutely straight. We'll clip this also on the other side. We need to stitch the strap and the ribbon together, and we'll be doing this exact same thing on the other piece of main fabric also. So here we'll be stitching, and the same thing we'll be doing on the other piece of main fabric also. The straps and the ribbon is attached. Both sides we have finished doing it. We'll take the lining now. Right side will be facing up, and we're going to take the lining, put the right side facing down, align it from all 4 sides, so right sides are together, and we're going to make a stitch, align it from all the sides and clip them together. So here we'll be making a straight stitch. The same thing again we'll do on the other side also. So we are going to attach the lining to the main fabric of the other side also, exactly in the same way, aligning it from all the sides. So now we'll make a stitch on both these. So right sides are together. The ribbon we have just pinned it so that it does not move here and there while stitching. Once the lining fabric is stitched, we are going to open it like this and flatten the seams. The stitch seams we are going to absolutely make it flat. So this is how we'll be doing. You can also iron it. I won't be ironing it. I'll just be finger pressing this. It will be easy if it is ironed. The other side also will flatten it. Now we'll place the right sides of the main fabric as well as the lining fabric together like this. Both right sides are facing up. Now we'll place one on the other and we're going to align the stitch seams on the side. Flatten the seams and then place them together. We'll be clipping the fabrics all around. We need to stitch them all around, so we'll be just clipping them all around. First we are going to put these stitch seams together and remember to flatten the seams while putting them together. Now we'll be clipping the fabrics all around. Main fabric, all three sides will be making a stitch. On the lining fabric we'll be leaving an opening. On the base we'll be leaving an opening. So this is, we'll be making a mark. This is where we'll be leaving an opening. Rest entire again we'll be stitching. In case you find it a little difficult stitching on this double layered foam, you can always use a butter paper as I am doing over here. So place the butter paper or just below the foot and then stitch. To remove this paper, we are just going to tear it on the stitch line. It's very simple. It tears off very easily. So on the stitch line we're just going to pull it off like this and it will come out. It looks neat also. So it comes out quite easily. So we are stitched all around. The base is open. We need to box the corners. For that we'll be making, from the stitch marks we'll be taking 1.5 inch. So from the stitch marks we'll be taking 1.5 inch. And we'll be doing this on the other side also of the fabric, and all 4 corners will do the same thing. Like both sides, all 4 corners will be marking the 1.5 inch box. So this is done on both sides. We'll also do that on the main fabric, both sides. And same thing from the stitch mark, it is 1.5 inch. And this also both sides, on both corners we'll be doing it. So I've done the marking. Now before we complete the box, we are going to flatten the seams again all around. So lining fabric as well as main fabric, we are just going to flatten the seams and we'll do this all around. Now to complete the box, we're just going to separate the fabric. So here from the opening, we're just going to separate the fabrics like this. See that the seams are flat, not on one side. And we're going to align the marks that we did on both sides of the bag. So both sides, this is the reason why we made the box mark. so that we're just going to make a straight stitch over here. As of now, we're just going to clip this, and the same thing we'll be doing on the other sides also. Once our box is stitched, we are going to cut the extra fabric on all the corners. Again, flatten the seams before turning it to the right side. This is the reason, in case we iron it, it remains flat. So it's better to iron the seams. From this opening, we're just going to turn the entire back to the right side now. Before we stitch the seam, we'll do another thing. First, we are going to push out all the boxed corners neatly of the main fabric. So neatly push out the corners. Now we are going to, from this opening, we are just going to flatten the seams again, and where the lining and the main fabric meet, we are going to neatly clip it like this. It gives a very neat finish. So we're just going to see, this is how it will be looking. It looks neat. So we're just going to clip this over here now. The same thing we'll be doing on the other side also. Exactly where the lining and the main fabric meet, we are going to flatten the seams and then put them together. So first we're just going to flatten the lining as well as the main fabric seams and then put them together, and then we are going to clip them so it gives a neat finish. After this, we will be stitching our opening. Now this is the opening left. We're just going to make a simple straight stitch. We can hand stitch or machine stitch it. I'll be machine stitching this. It's a simple straight stitch. Our stitching is done. We're just going to put the lining fabric inside. We need to make a top stitch now over here. We're just going to remove the pin that we had put. Now before making the top stitch, we are going to push the straps and the ribbon on the top side and then make a top stitch. The top stitch is done. Now there's one last thing to be done, and that is we need to make a marking of 1.5 inch on either side. So this is our stitch seam over here. We are going to make a 1.5 inch mark on either side. This is 1.5 inch, and on the other side also we'll make a 1.5 inch mark. So this is our center, and both sides 1.5 and 1.5. The same thing we'll do on the other side also. After doing this mark, we'll align the box corner to this 1.5 inch mark, and we'll make a straight stitch along with the lining fabric. So this is, we have pinched the 1.5 inch mark, and we are going to pinch the box corner that we did, base, and we are going to make a straight stitch over here. So as of now, we are just going to clip this, and the same thing we'll do on all 4 sides. So here we have got our 1.5 inch mark. We are going to pinch it, and along with our lining fabric, we are going to align it in a straight line till the box corner, and we'll be making a stitch. So we'll do this on the other side also, and we'll have to make a stitch. Here we are going to make a stitch on all 4 corners. Our bag is nearly complete. This is how it will be looking. Now this ribbon we can leave it as it is, or else we can just make a V cut. So for that we'll just fold this like this, and from the folded part we will be cutting upward to the corner. So from the folded part we'll cut it upward to the corner. So it gets a V effect. We'll do that for both the sides. This is completely optional. After doing this, we will tie a bow. In case you want a bigger bow, you can always increase the length of the ribbon that we have taken. So we're just going to tie a bow over here, and our gift bag will be completely ready. This is completely reusable and it's simple to make. The green gift bag is exactly done in the same way. So this is how it will be looking once it is completed and done. It's simple to make. Please do try this and let me know in the comments how yours turned out. Thanks for watching. Bye.